for a moment, everything feels fine. Your bank account finally looks healthy again. You tell yourself, okay, this time I'm going to save something. And then red hits, groceries. That one unexpected bill. Maybe your car needs fuel. Maybe your phone plan renews dot and suddenly you're right back where you started, counting days until the next paycheck dot if that cycle feels familiar. That's not bad luck. That's a system problem dot and today we're going to fix it. Introduction, me name is Zach, and I spend way too much time thinking about how people build wealth starting from zero. If you're someone who feels stuck in a paycheck-to-paycheck cycle and can't figure out how to save even a little bit, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Section 1. The lie about saving money. Here's the thing. Most financial advice is completely useless for people living paycheck to paycheck. Just save 20% of your income. Cut back on lattes. Build an emergency fund. Look, that sounds great if you actually have money left over. But here's what most people don't realize. According to multiple consumer finance studies, a huge percentage of people, often over 50% in many countries, live paycheck to paycheck. That means the issue isn't discipline, it's structure. You're not failing at saving, you were never given a system that actually works under pressure. Section 2. Why? You feel broke even if you're not. Let's break this down. Imagine you earn $2,000 a month. Rent, $800 groceries, $300 transportation, $200 bills, phone, internet, utilities, $250 missed expenses, $300 that leaves you with $150. Now here's where it gets interesting. That $150 doesn't feel like extra money. It feels like breathing room. So when something unexpected happens, like a $120 expense you don't feel like you spent, savings, you feel like you just survived the month. And psychologically, that's a massive difference. Section 3. The real problem. Timing, not income. Look, most people think, if I earned more, I'd save more. Not exactly. Here's what actually happens. As income increases, expenses usually expand to match it. This is called lifestyle inflation. So the real issue isn't just how much you make. It's when and how your money moves. Think of your finances like a bucket with holes. Most advice says, pour more water in. What you actually need to do is control the leaks. Section 4. The paycheck trap. This is where it gets really interesting. Your paycheck isn't just income dot, it's a psychological reset button. Every time you get paid, your brain says, okay, we're safe again. And that feeling makes you spend more freely, especially in the first 48 hours. In fact, spending data consistently shows that people spend the most right after getting paid. So if you're trying to save money after spending, you've already lost section 5. The reverse saving method here is what most people don't realize. Saving money isn't about what's left at the end. It's about what you remove at the beginning. So instead of income gives expenses gives savings, usually 0, you flip it. Income gives savings gives expenses now. You might be thinking, Zach, I don't have enough to save first, and I get that, so we're going to adjust it. Section 6, the $5 rule that actually works. Start with this. Every time you get paid, save just $5. That's it, not $100. Not 10%, just $5. Now, that sounds ridiculously small, right? But here's the psychology behind it. Saving is a habit loop, not a math equation. Once your brain accepts, I'm someone who saves money, everything starts to shift. And once $5 feels normal, you increase it to $10, then $20, then $50. Section 7, the invisible money trick. Look, if you can see your money, you will spend it. So the goal is simple. Make your savings invisible. Here's how. Open a separate savings account. Don't link it to your main spending. App move money into it immediately after payday. Out of sight equals out of mind. This isn't about discipline. It's about removing temptation. Section 8, the 24-hour delay. Rule. Let's talk about spending. Because saving alone isn't enough. Here's a simple rule. If it's not essential, wait 24 hours before buying it. That's it. Now, you might be thinking that won't make a big difference. But here's what happens psychologically. Most purchases are emotional, not logical. That delay gives your brain time to reset, and suddenly, that thing you needed yesterday doesn't feel so important today. Section 9, the weekly survival budget. This one changes everything. Instead of budgeting monthly, switch to weekly. Let's say you have $1,000 to $100 left after fixed expenses. Divide that by 4 weeks. That's $300 per week. Now, your brain has a clear limit. Not I have money somewhere, but I have $300 to survive this week, and that clarity reduces overspending massively. Section 10, the hidden leak. Most people ignore. Here's what most people don't realize. Small recurring expenses are more dangerous than big ones. Subscriptions, delivery fees, random online purchases. Let's do quick math. $10 per week equals $40 per month equals $480 per year. That's almost $500. Gone that. Now imagine 3 to 4 habits like that. You're losing $1,500 plus a year without noticing. Section 11. The pain versus pleasure. Rule: your brain is wired for immediate pleasure. Spending equals instant reward. Saving equals delayed reward, so guess which one wins? Exactly. So we flip it. Make saving feel rewarding. Example: every time you save money. Track it visually. Use a simple note. Week 1, $10. Week 2, $25. Week 3, $40. Watching that number grow creates dopamine. Now saving feels good. Section 12. The emergency fund myth. Look, people say save 3 to 6 months of expenses. That's great advice for someone who already has savings. But if you're starting from zero, that goal feels impossible. So we simplify it. Step 1. Save $100. Step 2. Save $500. Step 3. Save $1,000 each. Milestone builds confidence. And confidence builds consistency. Section 13. The story that changes everything. Let me give you a real scenario. Two people earn the same income, $2,000 per month. Person A saves nothing. Person B saves just $20 per week. After 1 year, person A, $0. Person B, $1,040. Now, you might say, that's not life-changing. But here's where it gets really interesting. That $1,000 becomes a buffer, and that buffer prevents future debt. Which prevents interest, which prevents stress, which changes behavior. Saving isn't just about money. It's about breaking the cycle. Section 14. The debt trap reality. If you're in debt, this matters even more, because every dollar you don't save eventually becomes a dollar you borrow, and borrowing comes with interest, and interest compounds against you. So even saving small amounts is actually protecting your future income. Section 15. What to do starting today. Let's make this simple. Here's your action plan. Save $5 immediately after your next paycheck. Open a separate savings account. Use the 24-hour rule for non-essential spending. Switch to a weekly budget. Track your savings visually. It's no complicated system. No unrealistic goals. Section 16. The truth nobody tells you. Here's the truth. Getting out of the paycheck to paycheck paycheck cycle isn't fast dot, it's slow. It's frustrating. It feels like nothing is working. But every small action is building something invisible: discipline, awareness, control, and eventually, momentum, conclusion, and call to action. Look, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be slightly better than yesterday. Because the difference between staying broke and building savings isn't one big decision dot, it's hundreds of small ones dot. So start today, even if it's just $5, because that's how it begins. And if you made it this far, you're already ahead of most people dot. So hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.